Blackwood Manor had been forgotten by time. Built in the late 1800s, it was once the grandest estate in the region, home to the affluent Blackwood family. But tragedy struck when the youngest daughter, Eleanor, mysteriously vanished on the night of her 16th birthday. The search lasted weeks, but she was never found. After that, strange occurrences plagued the manor, objects moving on their own, eerie whispers in the halls, and the overwhelming sense of being watched. The family abandoned the estate, leaving it to the elements and the spirits that now call it home. Years later, the manor became a local legend, a dare for thrill seekers and ghost hunters. But even they refuse to spend the night after experiencing the unexplainable, a brush of cold fingers, the echo of a child's laughter, and glimpses of a pale figure in the shadows. Enter Mark and Sarah, a young couple and avid ghost hunters, with a popular YouTube channel dedicated to debunking paranormal myths. Hearing the legend of Blackwood Manor, they decide to investigate, confident that they could uncover the truth and prove once again that ghosts don't exist. Armed with cameras, spirit boxes, and other ghost hunting equipment, they set out to spend the night in the manor. As they step inside, the heavy wooden door creaks shut behind them, and a cold draft sends a shiver down their spines. They shrug it off and start exploring the dusty, decaying rooms. Mark begins to feel uneasy, but Sarah remains optimistic, joking about the haunted reputation. As they venture deeper into the house, their equipment begins to malfunction. Static fills the air, and the temperature drops rapidly. In the grand hall where the birthday party was last held, they find a single, untouched chair facing an old, broken mirror. Mark notices the reflection of a young girl behind them, her eyes hollow, her face twisted in pain. He spins around, but there's no one there. Sarah tries to comfort Mark, saying it's just his imagination. But then they hear a soft, melodic humming echoing through the halls. The sound grows louder, closer. Sarah's camera suddenly flickers, capturing something neither of them had noticed before, in a fleeting image of a girl in a white dress standing just behind Mark. Panic sets in. They decide to leave, but as they reach the front door, it refuses to budge. The lights flicker, and a cold wind rushes through the house, extinguishing their only source of light. Trapped in darkness, they fumble for their flashlights. When they finally switch them on, they're not alone. Eleanor stands before them, her expression sorrowful. She raises a trembling hand, pointing toward the grand hall. Mark and Sarah, frozen with fear, follow her gaze. There they see a vision of the past, the night Eleanor vanished. The room fills with ghostly apparitions of the guests, all celebrating. But something is wrong. Eleanor is crying, trying to escape someone unseen. The scene rewinds, showing her running, hiding, and finally being dragged into the mirror by an unseen force. Mark realizes with horror that Eleanor was not just a ghost, but a prisoner in this house, trapped by the very entity that took her life. The ghostly figures in the vision began to notice them, their hollow eyes locking on to the couple. The air thickens with malice, the walls seem to close in, and the house itself groans as if it's alive, desperate to escape. Sarah smashes the mirror, hoping to break the curse, but instead the ground beneath them opens, revealing a dark abyss. The spirits, angered by their intrusion, pulled them closer to the edge. Eleanor's ghost appears one last time, her voice barely a whisper, You shouldn't have come. The screen goes black, and all that remains is the sound of the wind howling through the empty halls of Blackwood Manor. The final shot shows the manor as it is today, still standing, still abandoned, waiting for the next soul brave enough to enter.